Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to the entire MATWProject global family. It's your brother Ahmed Basam coming to you from Sydney, Australia. And today is Friday. It's Jummah. It's the holiest day of the entire week. It's a day when many of us go to the houses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to ask forgiveness, to pray, to learn something new during the Friday khutbah. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept all of your good deeds, all of your worship on this beautiful Friday. Of course, we have to remember our brothers and sisters in Palestine. I imagine that just about every khutbah happening in Sydney today would have mentioned Palestine. Either the whole khutbah was about Palestine, or at least part of the dua at the end of the khutbah was about Palestine, because we are now more than 600 days into this situation. And really the 600 days has just been the climax, because the whole situation has been going on for over 75 years. But it's only this climax that has been for 600 or so days, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us an end to all of this very, very soon. The important thing for all of us to do, and what was mentioned in the Friday khutbah that I attended today, was how much reward are you going to get? Because the final outcome of the situation is already decided. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already knows the exact day, the exact date, the exact time that this situation is going to be resolved. And we know, of course, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give justice to everyone who has been wronged, and to everyone living and the dead, everyone is going to get justice, inshallah. But at the end of all of this situation, is your name going to be written among the people that took away massive hasanat from this situation and contributed in a million ways, through your salah, through your dua, through your charity, through your support of your Muslim brothers and sisters overseas, through using your voice? Is your name going to be written among the people that did everything they could do to help our brothers and sisters overseas? Or are you going to only get some reward, or are you going to get no reward? That's really the question, because we can't control the giant global stage, but we can control what we do. It's like the famous saying that there is a train going to Jannah. The train definitely exists, Jannah definitely exists, and the train is definitely going to end up in Jannah. The question is, are you going to be on it? So what you can control in your own footsteps, in your own whereabouts, in your own actions and intentions, is that going to get you the reward or not? Because the situation itself is not going to change based on just you or just me, but all of us collectively making dua, all of us collectively sending humanitarian aid, all of us collectively asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to show us a fair and just and equitable end to this situation. Who knows? Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. So on this beautiful Friday, whether it's morning or night where you are, it's currently 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Sydney, Australia, where the MATWProject started. But wherever you are, make sure you don't let this day go by without contributing something to your brothers and sisters overseas. And really, the most heartbreaking thing in all of this is the children. Of course, the whole thing is heartbreaking. What's happening to the elderly, the women, the children, the men, everything is heartbreaking, but especially the children who are not even old enough to know the history of the place that they live. They don't know the history of Palestine. They don't know the history of Jerusalem. They don't know the history, everything that's happened in the last 100 years, World War I, World War II, and all of that. They're just kids being kids, but unfortunately they're in this most difficult of situations. And that's why I wanted to talk to you today about orphans. MATWProject started with Ali Bennett taking care of one orphan in a place called Togo in Africa. And now, alhamdulillah, we're looking after more than 10,000. I think the official number is over 16,000 orphans at the moment. Pardon me. And that began with just one. So I want you to think about those orphans today on this beautiful Friday, and think, maybe you and I can't fix everything, but we can make sure that one child has got food today. That is something you absolutely can do by donating for the live Palestine emergency link that I put at the bottom of this video. You can. It's definitely within your hands. There's no doubt about it. You can ensure that one Palestinian child gets food today. That's up to you. And those meals are so cheap, man. Like what we can do to feed an orphan in Palestine or in Togo or in Bangladesh is very, very cheap. It's less than what we would pay for a burger in many of the countries that we live in, certainly in Sydney. I don't know what it's like in America right now, but you can't get a decent burger for under $10. I'm not talking about a meal. I'm talking about just the burger. You can't get a decent burger for $10. If you want a good burger, you're going to probably pay around $20. That's just the burger. That's not fries. That's not a drink. And yes, that is how expensive stuff is over here. And I see that there's a lot happening in America right now as well. The whole world is watching everything unfolding for you guys. And you know that giving for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can only help and can only alleviate things for you and make you and your family safer, inshallah. So please, I urge everyone to give. Click the link down the bottom. We can't make it any easier. Do something good for your akhirah. You'll also benefit in the dunya, and your family is going to reap the rewards along with you, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all you guys. Come down to Australia, visit the land down under, especially if things are getting a bit hot in the USA. Come down here. We promise. Visit MATWProject. We'll take care of you. We'll feed you. We'll make sure you have a good time. Assalamu alaikum.